Hey guys, good evening. It's Bowman. We're back with another video. It's 10:02 p.m. on Monday, September 9th, 2024. I want to start today off with an article that I came across on LinkedIn. I thought it was really interesting, and I think this applies to being an employee, being a person, being a husband, being a wife, being a girlfriend, being a boyfriend, just being a person in general. If you want to perform at a higher level, if you want to level up, if you want to take your life to new heights, I think these 12 clear signs of a high performing employee are important to try to strive for. Number one, they can lead others and set an example, even without the title. Number two, they always find solutions and don't complain about problems. Number three, they are humble in victory and take ownership for mistakes. Number four, they support and celebrate their colleagues' progression. Number five, they protect their time and energy for what is important. Excuse me. Number six, they are always open to new ideas and opportunities. Number seven, they treat everyone equally no matter their position. Number eight, they focus on impact and not just KPIs. Number nine, they stand up against micromanagement. Number 10, they actively listen before they speak. Number 11, they constantly upskill themselves. And last at number 12, they never gossip about others. Out of these 12, I'm curious what you guys think is the most important one. I am not sure what I think the most important one is just quite yet, but I'm going to let this marinate for a while, and we'll come back to it towards the end of the video, and I will figure out which one that I think that I most resonate with. Moving on into Twitter. From Rajat, 10% of houses in the U.S. are unoccupied. 15 million houses with nobody living in them. Houses are not scarce. People are just using them as a savings account. This is a bold claim. I'm just reading this, guys. I am not affiliated with any side. I think Bitcoin is a good hedge against inflation. I don't agree or disagree with what anybody says. I just try to find information and I try to make it helpful in my decision-making process. So with that, take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is not financial advice. So we got a tweet from Rajat. The global real estate market is a $300 trillion Ponzi scheme. Global stocks are a $120 trillion Ponzi scheme. Global bonds are a $400 trillion Ponzi. You will not be warned before they fall apart. The only asset markets that are not Ponzi schemes are gold and Bitcoin. It's a bold statement, Cotton. From Fred Cougar, trading Bitcoin is a sign of lower intelligence. Sailor. Not sure what he means by that. Wow, that's crazy. Apple's brand new iPhone 16 costs $1,200 or 0.021 Bitcoin. In a year, a used iPhone 16 will be worth under $600. If you buy 0.021 Bitcoin in a year, it'll be worth 2,100 plus. Most people will buy the iPhone even if they don't need it. Make the right decision, especially if your phone is still working. I wonder who of those out there are getting a new iPhone. All right, we're gonna finish off with one last tweet, and we're gonna watch a video. Almost nobody understands how Bitcoin works, and that's because they don't understand it. They're constantly offering new solutions to improve it. They're constantly freaking out about how it could break. They're not accumulating Bitcoin. If you want to learn how Bitcoin works and get ahead of all the people who are freaking out, you need to watch this video. I hope it's just working. Apple commercial. Crazy.
Chicken expert since 1990. Taco expert since now. New Zaxby's Chicken Finger Tacos.
Owning one Bitcoin is going to be legendary within 10, 15 years. The only reason why I say that is because I know for a fact that there are only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. But how do I know this? In this video, I want to explain. I'm going to start off with showing you a spreadsheet with Bitcoin's supply schedule. So if you need to turn down your brightness, do it now. This is a spreadsheet that I created that shows you how Bitcoin's supply is going to be distributed or created over time. So in this supply schedule, I'm going to zoom in here so everybody can see. In this supply schedule, you see different columns that have different meanings. So I'm going to go through each column, each one I'm going to explain it to you in this video. And then I'm going to show you what mining is and how we make sure that Bitcoin miners are only getting a specific reward. The first thing that you need to know here is the epoch. So the epoch is a time period where the reward for mining Bitcoin is at a certain level. So the first epoch was between January 3rd, 2009 to November 28th, 2012. In this epoch, so in epoch number 1, the people who mined Bitcoin got 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. So 50 Bitcoin were being produced every 10 minutes. At this time, the Bitcoin being produced per day, you see this column here? I'll zoom in a little bit more. The Bitcoin being produced every single day was 7,200. The total supply at the beginning of this epoch was at 0. So on this date right here, the total supply was 0. No supply had been issued. Percentage mined, 0. Coins per minute. So this is the number of coins that were being produced every minute. So each block, each one of these blocks right here, you can see this is a block. Each block takes 10 minutes to produce. So every 10 minutes, this is the amount of Bitcoin that's being produced. So if you're lost, don't worry. I'm going to show you exactly where I'm going here. This is just the details here, but each block takes 10 minutes. So every block, there are 5 Bitcoin being produced. So let's go a little further here. Seconds per Bitcoin. So in the beginning, it took 12 seconds to make 1 Bitcoin. Price of Bitcoin at that time was 0. Nobody wanted it. Nobody cared about it. The highest price that Bitcoin reached in that first epoch was about $30, something around those lines. But Bitcoin's price was basically just being determined based on the market demand. So supply was at this rate, 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes. Demand was just based on the market. So whatever people wanted to buy. So in this epoch, the total amount of Bitcoin that was added was 10,500,000 Bitcoin. The inflation rate at this time was 100%. So all
right, guys, that's a long video, so I'm not gonna read it or watch it all. I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to figure out which one I think is the most important for myself. Gosh, these are all so good, it's hard to figure out which one I want to choose. I think what I'm really good at doing and what makes me the best asset as an employee and as a friend and just as a person in general is number 2. So always finding solutions and not complaining about current problems. That's a really hard decision because I resonate with all of these. I think, though, in the long term, having a solution set mindset of how do I fix this, or how do I get through this, or how do I go about this is the best way to move forward, to learn, to grow as a person, and really just succeed in life, regardless if it's career or not. I hope you guys have a great night. We'll catch you on the next one.